If you're in a human body, you have a terminal diagnosis. The embryo in the mother has a terminal diagnosis. The fetus, terminal diagnosis. The neonate, terminal diagnosis. The child, terminal diagnosis. You live to be 130, you have a 100% chance of dying. This is the thing, terminal diagnosis. What does it mean? It means what we always knew. we always knew this. Give me some information that I didn't know. Now, what has changed, perhaps, is that we had inaccurate expectations about how long this body was going to last. But one of the things we need to know is that the body is in a perpetual state of dying. It's in a perpetual state of dying. There's a cascade of death that's going on from the moment we're conceived. And so we better make hay while the sun shines. This is what I've been telling people ever since they were little children. Really live life to its fullest potential while you can, because the fact is we don't know how long these bodies are going to last. We might think that everything is just great and we have the mighty super body and we've been eating nothing but superfoods and we've been exercising like a maniac and we seem to have everything just right, and then some little meteorite comes from Mars and the size of a penny and whacks us in the head at 5,000 times the speed of sound. That's the end of us. So nobody ever knows anything about when their body's going to die. What we do know is that body is constantly dying, cell by cell, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, trillions of cells. 70 trillion cells make up the cell mass of the body, and all of those 70 trillion cells are in the process of dying and replacing themselves. There's going to come a point where every body stops producing cells and all the cells collapse at once. You're living in a body that is a river of energy and intelligence. It's an ever-changing cell mass. Your body is not a frozen sculpture. And, preparation for transition is what life actually is. Preparation for transition. So what are we learning? What do we have yet to learn? And approximately how much time do we have to learn it? I advocate for everyone that you become a wise human being by the age of 18. If not, even earlier than that would be better. The great Shankara, one of the masters of our tradition, was in full-blown unity consciousness at the age of 13. Knew everything there is to be perceived and known about life, and was teaching that to the world at the age of 13. And he lived to be 32 years of age, maybe 33. We're unsure about that. It was 2,500 years ago. So what have you learned? And if you're suddenly find some doctor or other says, okay, I'm going to tell you what you always knew, your body's not going to last forever. Then if this gives us some enhanced purpose in gaining knowledge is in two ways. Direct experience of what you actually are. What's the direct experience of what you actually are? You're not a body. You never have been a body. You are the consciousness that resides in a body. And what's the nature of that consciousness? I'm going to tell you that it's universal, immortal. Nature of that consciousness is universal and immortal, but these are just flowery words if you haven't experienced it to be so. When you learn Vedic meditation, you learn how to experience directly that truth of the one indivisible, whole, unbounded consciousness field that you are at your baseline. This is what you are. When your identity is ruled by, what your fingernails look like, or what your latest hairstyle is, or your identity is ruled by, an earring, or your identity is ruled by what kind of car you drive, or, what title somebody gave you, if that's what your identity is, it's fatal. This is a fatal condition because those things are going to change. They can't possibly be your true identity. Your true identity is that place that doesn't change inside you, and it's beyond the body. So to have a direct experience of it, you must practice Vedic meditation. And practicing Vedic meditation means learning it properly, not some nonsense meditation that makes you think, sugary thoughts and, I'm a queen, I'm a king, I'm a this, whatever. Meditation where you think about the process of thinking or you think about the process of not thinking, but you're not actually practicing a mechanical technique that takes you beyond thought entirely. Vedic meditation is a very specific practice that takes us beyond thought entirely to experience the consciousness field that is the source of our individuality. Then we have part one of our solution, direct experience of what I actually am, not who. Who has to do with body details. Born in Illinois and did this and did that and all the doings of the body. That's the who. We want to know the what. What am I? What am I? What is my essence? Direct experience in meditation. First point. Next point of reference is having a conceptual delineation. In any good science, we have direct experience, empirical evidence, and then we have a good theory. We have to conceptually delineate if this is what I am, and evidently this is what I am, from direct experience, an unbounded consciousness field, and all these other things are just relativities, then what are the implications of this? If I have direct knowledge that defies the previous theories about what I am, now I have direct knowledge that pulls the rug out from under all of this idea of what I am. I'm a body, I have certain color fingernails, my hair looks this way, I have this kind of name, I've got this style of behavior, I come from a particular culture, or I've invented my own culture, whatever, all of these relativities. Now the rug's been pulled out from under that. By direct experience, I'm the transcendental unbounded consciousness field because I've had direct experience of it. What then, therefore, what else is true? What else is true? And I'll give you a hint. The broadest brush answer to that is, you are the universe having a human experience. And according to the Vedic worldview, it's not the first time. You are the universe having a sequence of human experiences. And this is one of the plays in the sequence. What are you going to do about this in the time that you have left? Maybe you have the terminal diagnosis that you're 15 now, and you're only going to live to be 130. It's a relatively short time. Get on with it. Become a great master by the age of 18, and teach to the world so that you have the rest of your 130 years, you have a great, you've become a great outlet for all of this knowledge. On the other hand, maybe you have 3 months left. Experience the absolute, find out what you are, figure out what all the theoretical constructs are, and I can help you. Just listen to my podcast or watch me here on YouTube, and develop an understanding of what the knock-on implications are of you being the one indivisible whole absolute consciousness field. And then let the body go with grace. We don't want to be clinging onto the body in a graceless fashion because it's the only thing I know that I am. How will I know what I am if I don't have a body? The answer is transcend, practice meditation, experience what you really are. It's urgent, and it's been urgent your entire life. So, if somebody's told you your body's going to die sooner than you thought, That's what a terminal diagnosis means. Your body's going to die sooner than you thought. Everybody has a terminal diagnosis, but this means it's going to happen sooner than you thought. Now, change your expectations and act accordingly. Knowledge has organizing power. Now you have this knowledge. Now you can stop wasting time on things that are low priority and put your attention on things that are high priority. First point of reference, have the experience of what you actually are. Stop living in an illusion. Vedic meditation is the solution.